Ew, Shawn A.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, another work day in the books.
Another day at the office, and the office calleth. And when the office calleth, you have to showeth.
When the
You
office
don't,
calleth.
and if you don't showeth, they'll tell you you have to goeth.
There he
Yeah.
is. What's up, buddy? So we're starting earlier than what actually here's the deal. So we're starting later, much later than what we should have been, around
Later and
7:30
early,
p.m.
yeah.
Right? And we're studying much earlier than what YouTube showed. So we're like
Ahead
in
of the game.
between. We're like late but early. We're like
Hey,
we're like
Pauly,
we're like
we're pulling an
fashionably late.
AtMax. We're pulling an AtMax.
Yeah, yeah. We're early, fashionably.
Hey, it's gonna be there at 10 a.m. 9:45. Here's it is for sale at 125. And at 10 o'clock it comes in. It's like, here it is, $300. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it happens. Life happens, but it's just we're just happy to be here. I'm just looking at the reflection of like
What's up, Nick?
the light gleaming off my forehead here, my hairline. It's like, oh my god, it's 45 years old. It's like, no, there it goes. But at least I have the long warrior like locks to hold it down. So, and my hat's not with me, so that's it is what it is. So I'm just gonna just
Mine's growing back out, but I've
feel free
got.
to make all the comments you want.
Well, we got one in here, Nick, making comments, and she just keeps shouting out SPB. Yeah, so mine's growing out, but it's gonna take a minute to get anywhere near where I want it. And I've got this weird colic right here. So there's really absolutely nothing I can do with my hair at this point.
In and out, but part reason why I probably growing my hair. Plus also that light's like super bright too, and realize how like, man, it's like overdue over here. It's like the second coming of Christ is above me with the lights. Like, geez, just waiting for the sky to part. But
and mine are awfully squinty. Hey,
400-watt bulbs, I guess they are. Whatever.
We don't have an echo. We don't have an echo tonight.
Yeah, it's probably my stupid 5-year-old device that I'm being.
Well, we figured that out last week after stream that it was definitely on your end. Paladin and Janine, you need to turn up your end because we are loud and clear.
What's up,
loud
Janine?
And clear. What's up, Janine?
What's going on, everybody?
So as you can see above Sean's head, he has the number 11. And I have the number 7 right
somewhere.
there.
I'm trying to figure out which way to point.
Right there.
Yeah, there it is.
right there's mine, number 7. I got the big number 7. So that's the tally after 7 weeks of die-hard betting that we're doing, like for thousands of dollars.
We're betting the mortgages, we're betting the kids, we're betting the cars. Next thing you know, by week 17, we'll have the wives up for sale. But I'm not married, so I guess we'll have to go buy somebody for the bid. So like I would never do that.
Yeah, there's no fail. I mean, mine just get thrown in the deal. It just it is what it is.
It's like free shipping when you order something over a certain amount. Yeah, we'll just give you free shipping. We'll eat the cost.
So here's my official time keep.
Nice.
So recapping week 7, we had Atlanta versus Tampa Bay, we had Green Bay versus Denver, and we had Miami versus Philly.
Correct.
I picked Tampa Bay, and I don't have my screen pulled up
for scores. I don't have mine either. I'm slacking. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm gonna bring it up quick, but Tampa Bay won that. They were all close games. Those games that yeah. Well, maybe not the Miami Philly game.
It was one score piece and one catch away, or one.
I went. Yo, Randy, what's up, buddy?
Whatever it took.
Let me.
Randy Matthews. Randy.
Shit.
Yeah, my guy.
I got
Fireworks Anonymous. There he is.
Over here.
Love that dude.
Yeah, you're back up there.
Somewhere.
Yeah, thanks for holding down the fort last week too, buddy, because I have no clue. So at the bottom of my computer screen,
it was weird.
And I told you this after the fact. I couldn't figure out, but I clicked the little microphone. There's a little microphone down there, and I clicked that for some reason because I thought I had my mic that's attached to the laptop. I thought that was on, right? Well, it was just recognizing that I was talking through this mic, and I couldn't figure out where that damn echo was coming from. It was driving me insane. Well, after we were all said and done, and it booted me right out of the whole system. Like I couldn't through StreamYards, I couldn't get back in because it disabled everything. So as you saw, I was in the chat trying to tell you what was going on, and then I'm trying to get back in.
It was so weird,
and it just wouldn't let me. So I noticed that microphone button down below wasn't lit up, and I clicked it, and all of a sudden everything was hunky-dory. The difference is doing it. Hey now,
my buddy
love
Bob. Bob's in the house.
Yeah, what's up, Bob?
Hey,
Reggie
guys,
White jersey. Yeah, he just tossed that on.
Just got that from my buddy Bob, late birthday gift. Appreciate you. And while he's here, just to let you guys know a little secret intel. You know how that little dude move thing is kind of like somewhere it's kind of become a thing, if you will, and how I kind of said that I started it. Well, let me be the first to officially pass on the credit where I got it from.
Oh shit! Bob started the dude moves.
Bob started the dude move. He
well,
threw
tell him
me,
he needs
or
to
I
show
threw
up.
him, or whatever
He
it was.
needs to show up to a Stormy auction and let it be heard.
It's the truth. I swear. I'm not even.
Did you see that goofballs? Did you see that goofballs pictures on Instagram?
Yeah, he put his like he's like some Warriors or whatever it was. It's hey man, just do it. I thought it was funny.
A goofball, right? Yeah, yeah.
It's all good.
Okay, all right, I got it up here. So,
and Bob said he stole it. Everyone's stealing it. Everyone's stealing the dude moves.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, well, you gotta do that sometimes.
It's like Fight Club. It's like nobody's. It just like once it gets out there, it becomes part of the movement. So
right,
right.
Good. So it was Atlanta over Tampa Bay. And it was 16-13. 16-13. Atlanta over Tampa Bay.
Kick away. Yeah.
And then even, the Vikings beat the 49ers 17-22.
That was wild.
The Patriots snuck by the Bills 29-25.
I know Nick loved that. I know she loved every second of just seeing that happen, because I'm over here like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What just happened? And I'm like, just as I'm watching all my, parlays just go up in a smoke of flame, like Thanos snaps and stuff. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I just know that she's just loving every second of it. But it is what it is. Good for you. But any given Sunday, anything can happen.
Another one, Colts versus the Browns. Browns win by a point, 39-38.
Yeah, they're like
39-38
points the whole game. Each team had like 30-some points. Like Uncle Rico throwing for 30-some points, like in the back.
I had Jonathan Taylor.
30. What?
I had Jonathan Taylor on my bench, and I lost. I was going to be 7-0, and I had him on my bench and lost. He went and got himself 75 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, pretty decent output.
But I had Ford, and Ford had 74 yards and a touchdown. I think Taylor had a couple more receptions.
Just a few more.
He scored into the 20s. The Giants beat up on the Commanders. The Seahawks, they won by 10. But I'm trying to get to the game that we had right here. Packers and Broncos. I had Denver, and that was 17-19 Denver. 2 points. And then the next one was Miami Philly, and that was blowout 31-17 Philly. And that was you, which we started last week 9-6, and we go to 11-7.
7-11, 24 hours.
7-11.
Yeah.
There was one game I didn't mention, and there's good reasons behind that, because the Lions got their asses handed to them by the Ravens in Baltimore.
That was on some Inception reality something. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, David Montgomery's good, but he's not that good for the Lions to lose 38-6.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like a Christian McCaffrey piece of the pie where it's like if you lose Christian McCaffrey, your whole game goes crap.
They were
like, what happened?
They were like they were playing in England and had jet lag or something.
Yeah,
they were absolutely terrible. I didn't watch it. I was working, so I listened to it on the radio, and the announcers were just sick to their stomach. just sick to their stomach after announcing the what 6 games before that.
Yeah.
Just I couldn't believe these guys could not believe it. I said, "Ew, shit." So we got the Lions this week, Monday Night Football against the Raiders. Yeah, against the Raiders. And
Vegas,
Philly's playing Washington.
Yeah, that's gonna be a smash.
In Washington.
We'll wash them out. It's curtains for the Commanders. It's curtains for them. It's Coitons.
Coitons for the Commanders.
Coitons. AJ Brown's gonna throw 100 yards on them. Hopefully, Jalen Hurts will get another rushing touchdown. I got a nice little parlay up that joint for the Eagles game. That'd be a nice little.
You do?
Spicy part. Oh, I got some Juice Weasel on this week. Definitely. I got some.
Well, you should share one of them.
Well,
you should share one of them.
I'm trying to remember on top. I got one. It's real spicy one actually. It's just I'm just going with.
All right, now before you get started, listen, people.
Okay.
The 3 or 4 of you that are here now, 5. Sean's the guy. I think I shared I think it's it's not a meme but a video or whatever, and it's Trump. It's Trump saying, I didn't know that you're telling me for the first time. You're the guy that bets, $1 on the 36 parlay and hoping to win like $1.6 million.
Hey, it's
$1.
Someone's got to do it, Someone's got to.
Anytime I see something like that, I'm like, yeah, that's my old buddy right there. I think that's probably his bet.
I mean, think about what $1 like. How $1 is whatever to anybody. Less than a bottle of water. You can't even pay a parking meter for 30 minutes with $1.25. So it's like think about what might as well throw $1 in and just try to win 10 grand. I mean, all these guys got to do is just do what I tell them to do. And
don't worry, I'm the same way. I just don't share them. The only time I'm going to share them is when I win big.
Yeah, but so I do a couple of those like caution to the wind, like dollar bets here and there. It might do 5,
right.
But I'm not a degenerate gambler. I'm not going to be off my silver and not have a roof over my head. I stay within my budget. I trust me, my budget's fine. But it's fun. I'm just it made it legal.
That's all it is for me too. So. It's fun. It's $5 or $10 a week for me. It's not nothing crazy. And then I've actually got to pick a team for DraftKings, a league that I'm in with my brother, and that kicks off Sunday. It's just the Sunday early games and then the 4 o'clock games. So you got to make a team of like 9 guys out of every game that's being played. So I haven't won shit on that this year whatsoever.
Yeah, and my buddy Bob just says watching them sliders. Yeah, we got made up nicknames for us at all. Like when we were watching the bets. Like I'm
okay.
Since I love. I try not to anymore. I try to like pace myself. I just when I get and I'm like, oh my god, it's right there, make it happen. I'll just stare at the sliders and try to like mentally make them move. So I'm like, so I guess they just call me Shawnee Sliders. And so that's kind of the nickname I put up myself, Shawnee Slider. Just keep watching them sliders, hoping it slides to the wind. But
no doubt.
Yeah, but anyway,
one of these times,
you never know. But one of the real spicy, juicy bets, the little jalapeno sauce added with a little Tabasco and some Old Bay, and Old Bay makes everything nice. The spice is light. Yeah. Is just going off of previous performance. Game script, kind of how like the game's going. 2 players in particular, both running backs to get 2 touchdowns apiece. One is Travis E.T. I'm just going to call him E.T. because he's an alien. Travis Etienne. He's gotten literally, if you look at the stats in the game, go right now, and he's literally had, I believe, it's either 3 or 4 games he's played in the last 3 or 4 games. He has 2 rushing touchdowns in the last 3 to 4 games he just played back to back. And in fact, I think he even caught one, I think it was. So he's had at least 2 to 3 touchdowns minimum in the last 4 games in a row. Okay, so I've got him for two touchdowns. Doesn't matter if he rushes it in, catches the ball. He has to just have that ball in the hand and cross that little white line. And for those refs to go, yeah, this is fine. The score got to go, yeah, this is put the 6, and they can kick the 1 later. So I need 2 of those to happen for him. And then since Justin Fields is again out of the game, and we got my man Tyson Bagnet, whatever. People are like, who the hell is Tyson Bagnet? Don't worry.
Right.
If Fields didn't get hurt, you wouldn't have heard his name. You wouldn't know he exists. His name would have been Robert Paulson, as far as you name. His name is Robert Paulson, because nobody knew who the hell Tyson Bagnet is.
Right.
He is the official backup quarterback for the Chicago Bears, and will be officially starting in his Sunday night football game ever. You know how they love making the stories and stuff. You know, his
Sure
dad,
they do. It's prime time, man.
yeah, his dad apparently is some like either like I don't know if it's current or previous arm wrestling championship winner. So that
Okay.
they're gonna talk about that. It's a little piece of you'll be like, oh yeah, Shawn did say something about that guy having an arm wrestling dad. But not so much him, but because he's in the game, not Justin Fields, and having a chance to air the ball out. I think you're going to have a Deontay Foreman 2.0, where Deontay Foreman had like literally 3 touchdowns last game, and I think they're just going to hand the ball to him, Deontay Foreman, against the Chargers, who are vulnerable
That's
through
just
the
great
air.
news for me, because I know in one of my leagues I'm playing against them.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
gonna have to count that as grease up your butt. But anyway, that's what happens. So I've got
I'm predicted
Deontay
to lose both,
Foreman
by the way.
and Travis Et for 2 touchdowns apiece. And if that Thanos clicks me, that's a 9G that's a 9G network for me right there.
Really?
Yeah. That'll I've already told you guys in our little private chat what we're doing with that money. So that's
Yes,
happening.
please.
That's
Yes, let that one win. Let that one win.
I'm not playing. If that 9G network hits, or that stupid ass one I showed you where it was like 30G network or whatever,
Yeah.
they're like $5. Somebody's got to do it. You know,
Yeah, somebody had to do
so
it.
you're saying
Somebody
there's a
had to do
chance,
it. There's me. I'm the chosen one.
yeah. Somebody
I
definitely.
got a screen up. I've got a screen up, and it's
Mhm.
stats for the season, and it's got
Okay.
passing yards, passing rate, ratings.
Sweet.
And I'm just going to ask you who you think the leaders are in these categories.
Okay.
Passing yards. Who do you think the leader is?
For quarterback right now,
Yes, sir.
it's either got to be crap.
Chat, you can play along as well. Chat, definitely play along.
I want to say it's Tua.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. It could be Josh Allen.
Okay.
But there's also a sneaky suspicion that I'm like completely far off.
What's
All
up,
of that.
CS?
It's some dummy name that I haven't even thought about right now.
Now you're close. And actually, the 2 names you said are first and second. Josh Allen with 2,165. Although I don't know if that's up to date, because didn't they play today already or Thursday?
Did they play Thursday? Yeah, they did. Yes,
Yeah, they played Thursday.
Yes.
So and maybe it is up to date, and he took the lead. And it's
Where's
got
he at?
Tua. It's got Tua at that's right, 4th and inches in your mom.
That's what she said.
2,092 yards.
Oh, so he's
And
right there on his feet. So
yeah,
he might get that this weekend actually and take
he
number 1.
should. He should.
I
It's
figured it was
less.
one of those two.
It's less than 100 yards.
I forgot Josh played. That's right. So I was like, it's got to be one of those 2 guys because of the stat, whatever it was.
Okay, passer rating, number 1 quarterback. His mic's kind of close. It keeps popping.
Number 1 quarterback. I would have to go with what Bob says and probably go with Stafford.
No, and so he
Really?
might have been talking about yardage.
Oh,
he might have been talking about
yeah,
yardage, because it is a little bit delayed. It is a little bit delayed.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
But Stafford is 5th.
Completion.
Stafford is 5th on that list. Passer rating.
Is my guy 2nd? Jalen Hurts?
No, No, Hurts isn't even in the top 5.
Wow, really? Okay, so it's got to be somebody that I'm not even thinking about. It can't be Captain Kirk, is it?
He's ranked number 4.
Yeah, I have no clue then. That you got me
Tua.
stumped here. Is it really
Tua,
Tua again?
110.4, and Brock Purdy's right behind him at 107.2.
It does make sense because he's got Ayuk and then he's got Hill and yeah, I guess so. It helps when you got.
I tell you what, I gotta tell you that I believe that as long as he stays healthy and he's got a line, that Brock Purdy's going to be a damn good quarterback. I mean,
I drafted him a couple things. I think I think he's
yeah. Golf isn't even on that list. Golf isn't even on this list either. Okay, leading rusher in the NFL right now.
That's Christian McCaffrey. That's no brainer.
598.
That guy's going to have 100 touchdowns by week 17 this season alone. Trust me.
Leading receiver.
It's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, by quite a bit.
Yeah, he's got
97, 96 yards.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's your boy AJ Brown's behind him, 809 to 902.
That's right, because AJ put up 100 and some. That's right. I forgot he got up on him this last weekend too. Because that's right. Because Hill didn't have a whole lot of yards that one that he should have had against the last time he played. That's right. That's right. It's gonna be.
I don't know.
Close.
I don't know how well you know defensive players or names.
A little bit.
Interceptions. Just pick a number. I guess you don't really need to know a name at this point, but just what's the highest number?
Is there some guy with 8 so far for the year?
No.
Nowhere close, right?
Nowhere close.
Yeah, defense. I'm not really too really any. I know a couple guys, and there's one guy in our little.
There's 3 tied at second. Well, there's 4 tied at there's 4 tied at second, and there could be more in second. But there's one guy that has this many interceptions.
I have to go with either. The only guy I think in my head, top of my head, is Mason Crosby, but I don't think he's even on there, is he?
No. The number I'm looking for is 4. Geno Stone from Baltimore.
That's a no-namer for me.
Yeah. And that's why I was just looking for a number. If you knew, okay, just take a guess. Like,
okay,
8 was no. I mean, it could have been close, I guess, because you didn't know. Who do you think right now is the leading scorer in the NFL?
Most touchdowns ever?
Most points scored right now in the NFL. Touchdowns worth 6.
Including quarterbacks too, right?
Everybody, including everybody.
So the number one guy of all
leading scorer in the NFL right now, any position.
It's got to be Josh Allen or Tua, isn't it?
It's not a quarterback.
Okay, so you're talking a flex player. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought you were talking like the overall. Like, okay, so the number one flex player.
Overall, anybody that plays that on that field.
I guess Christian McCaffrey has to be it, or maybe Tyreek Hill.
Christian McCaffrey is second, and he's actually tied for second at 66 with Mostert.
Oh, that's right, behind Mostert. I knew somebody on the Mostert just went full just ridiculous.
The next 2 people behind second place are kickers.
No way.
Butker from Kansas City has 64 points, and Mayer from the Rams has 63 points.
Brett Myers, Mayer, he I've had him a couple fantasy.
Randy,
so he's been doing pretty good. What's Randy doing? Looking at the comments though.
He's correct. It's definitely a kicker, and you might be kicking yourself in the ass after I tell you. Jake Elliott from the Philadelphia Eagles has 68 points.
Man, we kicking some points for us, man.
No doubt, right?
A lot of touchdowns for us this year. I mean, I think we're averaging 24 points a game at least.
Dude, that's a lot. Yeah, that's so you're talking a
lot.
No, not on Google. I'm on. We've used CBS NFL Sports app. Well, I've got it on the website. That's what we're using. And I just noticed this stats button. So I clicked on that, and that's actually pretty interesting. There's one guy, has got 9 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 9 of them. Hunter from Minnesota. And then right behind him is TJ Watt with 8.
Mr. Watt.
And then there is somebody that has, there's not even a decimal point. So this doesn't seem right, but it must be. It says 88 tackles, completed tackles. Franklin from the Colts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually my buddy Bob there. That's actually one of his little, I guess everybody in the sports world has their own little, I don't know, favorite thing to kind of bet within the sport. They like to do, like, for me, it's the touchdown. I like to pick.
Yeah, you're always betting on the touchdowns, right? And Goff kind of screwed you last week.
We won't go into that because that was
he flipped out. He flipped out.
It was more just like, yeah, let's just go ahead and just take the bets and just like burn all the flames and nothing's burdened. But anyway, my buddy Bob, his thing is the tackles, man, and I never even thought about these. He was like, bro, like every play,
88 tackles.
He's like, every play ends once it's a score for a touchdown, ends in a tackle, right? I'm like, yeah, it does. And he was like, and there's somebody that has to be there to make that tackle, right? And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense too. So his little
Arizona 3, Texas 1.
Okay, right on, 3-1, nice.
Buffalo beat up Tampa Bay. I brought that back up in Buffalo, 24-18.
Yeah, that was a good little win there. They needed to get that back from when they lost to New England. That was kind of some crap, but anyway. But I was saying that my buddy Bob there in the chat, his thing is he likes to do the tackle bet parlay, where he'll go and like do, like you said, do the ESPN research and go into the defensive players and find out like how many tackles they've had per game or their average like tackles, and he'll usually go and like find like the top 2 defensive people of each like opposing team basically, and go pick into their defenses like the top 2 guys or tackles and go slam them together for a nice little parlay run. And for the most part, he's hit, I don't want to put a percentage on it, but I mean he's hit, I would say, fair share more than in wins than he has losses, if you will. It's one of those little like betting parlay legs I didn't even thought about. Like, I didn't even think about like doing that, like adding tackle parlay.
Some of them fantasy leagues, you also pick, and I don't know if you do, but you also get to pick defensive players. I've never played that way.
Yeah,
I've never played that way.
There is out there. And
I think that's Yahoo. I believe it's Yahoo.
Some of the Yahoo leagues have it. It's not a standard default setting. You have to kind of add it in there.
Okay.
If you're a manager. But I've never done a defensive thing. I wouldn't be against it. It's just that I don't think enough people even who do fantasy, because it's so much like offense is so much. It's so much.
No, right.
Quote unquote advertised, because these are the players that are being advertised to make the plays for them. The defense people really don't get any name, and the only time they ever get any name is if someone's saying their name if they're down the field grabbing their ankle in pain.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Another calf injury.
Yeah, well, there goes.
Oh, dude, they updated something on this as well. It gives me the ticket prices for these games starting at.
Really?
What's the most expensive? Oh, right here. Oh, yeah, no, Bob, it's tied. It's tied for first.
Parlays is where it's at. Absolutely.
What does that say? 27? Or is it 200? 27 tickets starting for the Los Angeles Rams versus the Dallas Cowboys. Ticket prices starting at $27.11.
You're up in with the seagulls up there, like with the binoculars, trying to like look at the
Carolina's lower than that. Carolina's price is starting at $25. They ain't got a win yet. They're just trying to fill seats.
They're just trying to put seats in to win that lottery.
Tied for first and most expensive tickets for this week Las Vegas versus Detroit starting at
Yeah, definitely.
$178.
Wow.
But also the Jets versus the Giants at
Yeah, that I
$178.
would have said I would have said that too, because you got New York versus New York, so they're gonna have a battle of the state, and that then
Yeah.
I want New York, as much as I hate the
New
fact that
York's
I'm about
winning
to
that.
say this. Yeah, yeah, right. New York. Yeah, New York's winning that. Call the money on it. What was New York? As
Janine,
much
$87,
as I
Travis
hate to
Kelce.
say this, because these, I'm gonna call them. It's your channel. Like you're pretty laid back. These damn assholes, the Jets that pulled some witchcraft on us and shit. I can't believe I'm about to root for them this week, actually, and to like to stomp the Giants out. Just not that we have to worry about them having any kind of chance of the playoffs against us, but um, it's just NFC East teams gotta lose. They gotta lose. Cowboys gotta lose this week. They need to lose. The Rams need to beat the Cowboys.
The
Gotta
Ballad
happen.
of Janine says 87 Kelce is one of the hottest NFL scorings. Hot babes.
Travis
He
Kelce. Oh
scored
my
by
word.
hitting Swift. Whoop, whoop. Hey,
Uh,
I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't mind looking at her during those games. They show her. It ain't no big deal to me.
we were having this conversation the other day, but I'm sorry, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum with that. I don't see what the big hubbub's about. I mean, yeah, okay, granted, let me just put it out there and be done with it. Yes, she's an attractive woman. Yes, I get it. She's not bad on the eyes. Do I think that she's way more attractive than what people are, in my opinion, worshiping her over? No. There are a lot more women that, in my opinion, that deserve the attention of. She's hotter than some, in my opinion, some harlot that sold her soul to the devil so she can go con a bunch of parents out of $2,000 so they can put their kids through a concert instead of putting them through college. Don't get me started, bro.
Right.
I hate all these demigod assholes. That's how I look at them. They're all demigods. They're all false idols. I know. I stand out there like I'm the crazy
Oh,
guy.
I
Wow,
hear ya.
out there.
I
I
hear
don't.
ya.
That's fine.
I might have been
They don't
tickling
do
your
anything
sides
for me.
there.
Maybe it's from all the things I've had in my life happen, or all the losses I've taken, or the things taken from me. It's just I look at the world differently. I don't. It doesn't do anything for me. It really doesn't. Like I don't. Yes, she can sing great music. That's fine. I don't care. There are a lot of other artists that can do exactly what she does, but in my opinion, she doesn't deserve the praise. You know, in my opinion, is like an artist is somebody that just creates art or creates whatever. In my opinion, Bob Ross was more of a person of praise
Hey, I
than
still
her.
check out some of
And
his
and
his,
and
his
Bob
work
and
when
Bob
it's
and the
on
channel, but
TV.
that's his guy, man. Bob Ross was the guy. Do you know that guy was you want to hear something cool that I guarantee you a lot of people have no idea about? You know that Bob Ross, the painter, was a military drill instructor?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
I'm dead serious. This is not fake news. You can
No
look this
doubt.
up. Bob Ross, Happy Little Trees. Yeah, yeah, Happy Little Trees. In a previous profession, if you will, before he started painting Happy Little Trees and doing what he wanted to do, was a military drill instructor and would do the exact opposite. Drop down.
Well, I can tell you, yeah, he didn't have that hairdo. There ain't no
He
way he had that
yell at
hairdo.
people. Yes, and you couldn't have that hairdo in the military.
That
So
guy's got a
yeah.
thick ass
Anyway,
gold chain
that
on.
that guy was the man. The guy would always would make, dude. He would create scenery just out of like just just in the moment. He
Oh
didn't have a
yeah.
paint by numbers. He didn't have like a hit one for green, two for blue, and three for yellow.
No, no, no,
No,
no.
he
He
would just
mixed
sit
it all
there
right there
and
on the
he would
tray.
mix paint into a color live until he liked it. Like, yeah, that's a good color. And
4-1
then
D
it's like
bags. I mean D
crazy.
bags.
The D bags, diamond bags, 4-1 now.
Four
That
to
game's
one,
in the
4 to
bag.
1.
Go ahead and just go ahead and call it a game. Give everybody back their money in the sands. Give them a free hot dog on the way out with a bag of popcorn at stale from 4 hours ago, making with the Diet Coke. And call it a tied series and let's go to game 3. Yeah.
You got your picks in front of you?
I do not, but I think I have them on my memory. I think I do. I don't know.
All right. Well, you better
I'm
trust.
not
You better
no.
trust your
And I
memory.
agree with Randy with going back. I mean, one more comment about Taylor. So she's built
She's
like a
built like
twig.
a
Yeah,
twig.
She's skinnier than me, and I'm a $120 soaking wet. So anyway,
There you go.
yeah. All right, pickers. Let's go to the picks. Yeah, NFL.
All right,
pickers.
dude. We got Atlanta and Tennessee.
Okay,
Atlanta going to Tennessee.
Let's see if I can keep you here without losing you and go into. Don't want to lose you.
You went into freeze mode.
I'm going to lose you.
Yeah, you're completely frozen. That's all right. You're back.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I think I froze. I had to go get I was trying to get my picks and stuff.
Oh, I got you.
But I don't have them in front of me. I was like, oh crap, picks. Forgot. Crap. Let's see here. Atlanta and Tennessee. I think I have Atlanta winning that one.
All right, I have Tennessee circled.
All right, let's just put that there. Atlanta. I have Atlanta winning that one.
Okay. Houston's going to Carolina. And Carolina doesn't have a win. So do I.
All right, so that's
scratch. Hold on.
Oh, wait. Oh, bless you.
Woo.
I saw it coming. I saw it. There's a second one coming behind it. Don't worry about 10 seconds.
No, we're good. Jacksonville going to Pittsburgh.
Jacksonville. You got Houston too, right? I'm assuming, right? Houston, Carolina.
Yeah. I've got Houston over Carolina.
I think you sneezed and you forgot your process to finish your process.
Yeah, I hit the mute button. That was okay. You've got Jacksonville. I'm taking Pittsburgh at home.
Oh, here we go. That's the second one.
I've got to try and get some wins back. So I've got to use.
Yeah, I went with a lot of away teams this week. Apparently, I looked at the thing. I'm like, wow, I went with a lot of away teams. Like,
well, so did I.
Yeah,
so did I. But I don't know. I just like Pittsburgh at home.
I got you.
Rams going to Dallas.
I got the Rams winning that one.
As do I.
Okay.
Minnesota going to Green Bay.
Minnesota's going to win that one.
I'm taking Green Bay.
That could be a big game too, dude. I tell you what.
I know it is. For
fantasy purposes, put this in the books, dude. Like barring Aaron Jones, I'm not exactly sure the running back's going to go really on this game. Maybe stay away from the running game. Go more like these two teams. Every single year they meet, it's usually some like 24-27, 30-34. 38-36. It's usually some like ridiculous high scoring game usually. Like, and I tell you what, if you have Jordan Addison at all in your fantasy leagues, or you have like in your Yahoo thing, I guarantee you put Jordan Addison in your whatever wide receiver flex. It'd be best to get him in the flex. That way get a great position there for the money. He's probably going to have some 25 plus fantasy game this week. I'm going to call it right now.
Let's go Utes, she says. All right, Jordan Anderson. Write that name down. Take a look. See if you can find him.
Addison. Addison.
Addison. That's what I got written down.
Addison. If you still somehow, I don't know how it would be possible, but if you're still there in your leagues or you got a guy not sure what he's doing, you want to make some trade bait for him for the year, definitely add Addison to your team. That guy, and he's going to make it happen until Jefferson gets back.
We've got New England going to Miami. I've got Miami.
Yeah, Miami's going to smash.
New Orleans going to Indianapolis.
I got New Orleans winning that one.
As do I.
Okay.
The Jets going to the Jets, but playing the Giants.
The Jets.
As do I.
Meet the Jets and
Philly, Washington. Got Philly.
Got to go with Philly all day.
How do you feel about Cleveland going to Seattle?
I got Cleveland winning that one.
Okay, so do I. I mean, I can't make them all. Baltimore going to Arizona.
Baltimore.
Yeah. Cincy going to San Fran.
This is the one where it's going to be a test. Brock Purdy's back in, everybody, in case you didn't know.
Debo Samuels is out.
He's
Debo
still
Samuels out.
McCaffrey's still in.
McCaffrey's in.
Kittle's
still playing.
Yeah, I want to. I think San Fran can still do it.
Yep, so do I.
As much as I think that
in San Francisco
better.
And they are. I would really like to see Cincinnati win that game, but I just don't think they're going to do it. I don't think
To
so.
be surprised if it happens. It'd be
And
an
if they do,
upset.
they do. We're both betting San Francisco.
Yep, that's a wash.
Okay. Kansas City going to Denver.
That's gonna be from what I heard, that's a snow game.
Ooh.
I heard it's gonna be some snow on the ground that game, which means you can cancel out any kind of like high scoring game, or you never know. Janine's boyfriend there, Kelsey Taylor might go for
Kelsey
like
Taylor.
150 yards and
He
44
could.
catches and stuff, and 4 touchdowns. I don't know. I still think it's going to be Pacheco on the ground though. She just running in the slop in the snow. But I got to go with Kansas City that one.
Well, that's going to be interesting if there is snow on the ground and how much they're going to want Mahomes actually running the ball
And
because I
that
mean he's the franchise,
another factor. And whenever it's snow out in the game, it's the running backs are getting like
Yeah, for sure.
80% of the carries. You might get like maybe at most 15 throws in the air total between other players, just because that ball is frozen and that it's hard to catch that football apparently when it's in the snow and slipping on there's no traction really. You're slipping
Well,
in
and
the
let you
snow.
deflate it just a little bit and let a little bit of air out of it, get a little better grip on it. I mean, Brady used to play in the snow quite a bit. Hey, we got Chicago going to Chargers.
That's gonna be an interesting game actually. Because I mentioned the Tyson Bagnet guy,
Randy.
and he still has Deontay Foreman, still has
Sure.
but I still think Justin Herbert can get that taken care. I think the Chargers can probably take that down still.
Well, I'm glad you think that because I'm taking the underdog in the Bears.
Taking the Bears,
Taking the
okay.
Bears.
The Bears.
Monday Night Football
It
in
sucks.
Detroit,
I
Ford
kind of wanted to
Field.
win.
How you
Sorry, go ahead.
feeling? I
Sorry, what
said
were you
Monday
saying?
Night Football in Ford Field. Vegas is coming to town. How you feeling?
I gotta go with your guys.
Yeah, so do I.
I have to.
I think last week was a terrible setting for them, and coach is not happy one bit. And they've already forgot about the loss. We just don't want to string a bunch in a row.
Yeah, he probably threw the tablet at the ground and probably stroked his mustache and scared the living shit out of the guys. Probably
yeah, we got embarrassed. We got embarrassed. That is for sure.
Yeah.
That
and
sucks.
It sucks. It sucks that that Montgomery's out and stuff. But I think they already said he's out one more game. He may come back next week.
Rib muscles. Yeah, rib muscles.
It's tough.
They got 2 decent running backs. Well, why risk bringing them back in? Like I said, they're not out much. They just, as a whole team, they played like shit last week.
Yeah,
There wasn't one good thing about that game that you can even say. I guess I don't know.
It was the fact that he didn't throw one touchdown. That's what really that hurt me so.
Yeah, like they had no line. They had nothing. They had nothing.
It's
the fact that it's over with.
It was against the Ravens. It was like what is transpiring here? I mean, after like the second touchdown, I'm like, okay, it's 14-0. It happened.
What was impressive is how well Lamar Jackson was actually throwing the ball.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't watch the game. I listened to it on the radio, but with the announcers saying that Detroit was giving them they didn't want nothing to go deep, right? So they're giving them everything, and then they can't make a tackle. Can't make a tackle. Nuts. Insane.
Gus Edwards just ran like some absurd amount of yards for you guys. It's just whatever.
Yep. So there you are. That's what you have. So as you can see above you is an 11. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more games we're going up against. That could tie me again. Could tie me again if for some reason I come through, or it bumps you way ahead. So there's always a chance to come on back in this game. Right?
We only have not even halfway through the season. We're almost officially halfway through the season. So
yeah. I don't know. I think the Lions have a bye week 10.
Is it 10 or 9?
It might be.
Next week
Yeah, it
or is
looks
it
like
10?
next week. Looks like next week. So
9.
yeah. Yeah,
So they'll
bye
probably,
weeks. Bye weeks next week are Denver, Detroit, Jacksonville, and San Francisco.
yep.
Week 8 buys are going to be. No, I'm sorry.
There's nobody by week 8. I think it's 9 and 10. I think we're
Yeah,
on 10, I
nobody.
believe.
Nobody on bye.
Yeah, all the teams played this week.
Yep. We're all done over the seas. We're staying home from here on out.
Yep.
Let's take a look at
No more.
the standings. Standing right now, AFC will start there. In the East, you got Miami over top Buffalo, the Jets, and New England at 5-2, 5-3, 3-3, 2-5. AFC North, you got Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Again, I mean, we've both got Cleveland beating Seattle, Cincinnati losing to San Francisco, but I mean that's a close division there. Baltimore is leading that division 5-2.
That's going to come down to the last couple of games. That
Yeah,
division,
yeah,
there
for
because
sure. So it's
with those
all
three
close
teams,
there.
Ravens, Browns for the first time you're going to have in my opinion for that division you're going to have 3 to 4 teams actually be like, wait, it's going to come down to the wire. Seriously, there might be
It
multiple
could.
guys in the wild card division. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this hasn't happened before, but we'll welcome it.
No, yeah, it definitely
Change
could.
is good. Change is good. I would
The
love to see you guys in the Super Bowl.
well,
Be
we didn't look like it last
if
week, man.
if we can't make it, it'd be great to see you guys in it.
We didn't look like anything like that last week. In the
Yeah.
South, you're looking at Jacksonville, Houston, Indianapolis, and Tennessee,
That's going to
and
be a
that's kind of broke
blowout.
up a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
well, not really broken up, but Jacksonville's got a demanding lead in the South, 5-2. Tennessee's at 2-4. In the West, of course, you got Kansas City up top, 6-1, Vegas 3-4, Chargers 2-4, Denver 2-5.
Yeah, Vegas is the only possible contention there in the next couple of games. That's it.
And I actually kind of like Vegas too. I do. I thought they were going to have a little bit solid, but compared to their division, they're not terrible. But you got Kansas City in there at 6-1.
The Raiders kind of basically remind.
Thanks,
It's
Janine.
interesting how it's like a theme of Vegas. I guess it's kind of like how Vegas, I guess, attracts the vagabonds and the drifters, and everyone kind of ends up
Sure,
in Vegas,
sure.
right? It's if you look at like the Golden Knights hockey team, how they were like basically like ragtag bunch of like, we'll take you from like the whole damn league. Took the Pittsburgh goal, like, oh, you don't want him? We'll take you. Yeah, thank you. We'll take him.
Yeah,
And
right.
created, in my opinion, a juggernaut on the ice. And they went there in first year and won the whole damn thing. It's like, wait, well, let this happen and turned a bunch
Exactly.
of heads. I think that the owner of the
Still
now
4-1, top of the 8th.
Las Vegas Raiders is kind of doing the same thing. He's like, look, I'm going to take you over here, Derek Carr. I'm going to take homie over here. I'm going
Bunch
to
of
take
misfits.
I'm just going to just start grabbing guys and start loading them up. And then once certain contracts in and people want to get traded, they at least start grabbing players. Like if Devontae Adams is that much of a prize piece and they're like, look, like, get it, he's not necessarily clicking with the quarterback anymore who we got with Garoppolo and stuff, and since we sent Carr over to New Orleans for a trade piece,
And
right?
it's not, and Garoppolo's going to be back for this game in Detroit.
Yeah, they're kind of doing the same thing. They're kind of like, look, like, we're not going to be no Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, Detroit Lions type of caliber team right now with the amount of players. Like every position's got somebody there of quality to take care of it, right?
Right.
Not many teams have ever had that in their existence, nor will probably ever. Because it's damn near impossible unless you're like, a draft master or you're able to make like crazy deals and trades. Like when we did all those trades and deals a couple years ago and have been doing it ever since. People are like, what are the Eagles doing? What the hell are they doing? Like, what's this? This is crazy. What are they? AJ Brown with giving away all those first round picks. Like, what are they doing? Like, everyone's shaking their heads. Like, dude, they're doing more deals over here than Wall Street on a Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. Like, what the hell's going on? You know, and I'm like, because Lurie had the master plan. Like, look, we're creating an entity here. Like, okay, Jalen Hurts drafted him. He's ours. Franchise guy, lock him in. Let's start. And we had AJ Brown. Let's go grab him. Bing, that's awesome. Oh, Devontae Smith from a draft. Let's go ahead and get him. Bang, wide receiver core taken care of. Dallas Goedert. They went right in front of the first pick of the Dallas Cowboys, and I guarantee you the Cowboys were going to probably pick Dallas Goedert.
Probably,
and we grabbed him right in front of him, and tight end locked up. And they're like, we need running backs now. Okay, we'll go grab Swift from the Lions. We'll grab Penny from Seattle. We'll go grab
this Penny's guy good back too.
And have Penny's 4 running backs now. Number one guy on our pick was the defense, and it's like, try. No one's running on us. I tell you that right now for fantasy purposes. If you have a running back and he is running against the Philadelphia Eagles, sit his ass. It's not because I'm a fan. It's because nobody is running on the Eagles. It hasn't happened yet. The only person that I could ever see ever happening, because the guy is literally a mutant and you can't stop the juggernaut because the juggernaut bitch, and he's the juggernaut. It's Christian McCaffrey. He's probably going to run anybody you put out in front of him. Doesn't matter if it's us. Doesn't matter if it's the fridge. It doesn't matter if it's
but it doesn't even have to be a run play. The guy's so versatile. Dump the ball.
Absurd.
Yeah.
So mad they didn't draft him in my league. I had the chance, second round pick. So mad, but whatever. Catch 22.
Yeah,
50,
right.
It is. Move on.
Let's get into. So we got the NFC starting in the East. Obviously, we have Philadelphia sitting up top with Dallas right behind them at 4-2. Washington Commanders.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Surfer? And you got the Commanders. You're going against the Commanders, right?
Yeah, we're gonna put the curtains in the Commanders.
Right, so that's gonna be a big win for your division, and then the Giants at the bottom of your division, 2-5. So they're really not a worry of yours whatsoever. In the North, you've got Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago. Green Bay and Chicago are holding down the bottom, both 2-4. Well, Green Bay's 2-4, Chicago's 2-5.
They're
Lions
right there,
5-2, Minnesota 3-4. But you got Minnesota versus Green Bay this week, which is going to be a big game.
Green Bay was on, they were on bye week last week. That's why they're coming on bye. Yeah.
If Minnesota wins and the Lions lose, it's going to make that division interesting going into the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions will have Green Bay for Thanksgiving Day.
Turkey Day.
Yeah.
Turkey lurkey.
So going in the South, you got Atlanta, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and Carolina without a win. I feel for them. I've rooted for an 0-16 team before.
I know you have. That year, that was crazy.
Yeah. New Orleans and Tampa Bay both at 3-4. Who do they have? I forget who the hell. New Orleans going against the Colts.
Colts, yeah.
New Orleans going against the Colts. And Atlanta at 4-3.
Tampa Bay
so that's pretty much wide open, except Carolina. I mean, they're pretty much. I mean, they're
going to get the number 1 pick in the draft, basically.
Yeah, Carolina would be number. Sorry, New England, but you're not going to get it.
Go get a quarterback and go take you and add one to at least somewhat of a next year.
Right.
Yeah.
And then last but definitely not least, you have the NFC West with San Francisco, Seattle, the Rams, and Arizona struggling. They got the 1 win. The Rams, Super Bowl champs 2 years ago, just can't put anything together. 3-4. I mean, they're nowhere near out of it, but what San Francisco's got Cincinnati. They're going to go 6-2. I mean, it's going to be a good game, but we both have San Francisco going for the win. We want to see Cincinnati win that game, but I just don't see it happening. And
once Burrow finds some kind of magic light and somehow he's able to throw
anything, something's got to come.
I don't know.
Together.
Running game ain't gonna tell you that much. They
were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
not that long ago.
That's what my buddy says. It's like, teams that were great, and they end up being nothing the next year, and teams that were nothing the 1 year end up being in the great. And look at the Rams situation, and they take your buddy Matthew Stafford out of your team and go put him on the Rams, and takes him to the freaking Super Bowl and wins the damn thing in the first year. Turn that team to a losing team over literally overnight. Literally, it's crazy.
As it sits right now, I could see it's gonna be goofy, man. I mean, you got the Eagles, Detroit, Atlanta, and San Francisco in the NFC, sitting on the top. Kansas City, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami. That Miami Buffalo, that's going to be a fight there the rest of the season. That's still up in the air who's going to win that division. I feel. Baltimore, I don't see them dropping unless Cleveland continues to play well and Cincinnati kicks it in gear. I don't see Baltimore dropping out of first place. This division, I don't even really. Jacksonville's sitting on the top. Jacksonville, Houston, Indianapolis, and Tennessee. I don't see any four of those teams making it very far at all in the playoffs, if at all.
No.
Kansas City. Kansas City's going to make it. Kansas City's going to make it a ways. They'll probably end up in the Super Bowl.
I hope not. They're always in there. It's like let's not have like the Los Angeles Lakers in every single like NBA final. Let's have something like a little bit differently. It's like having the Yankees in every single your series for a while. It's like, let's have something different. Like, please. So,
the thing is, they got to get beat. They got to get beat.
Oops. And then hopefully no NFL shenanigans, but they've been ever since game one. They're like, oh, again, I hate to keep even mentioning it because it repulses me, honestly, to be honest. Like the whole Kelsey Taylor thing. It's like, let's just fumble its relationship by week 17 so it can be done with it, not listen to this shit in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. Because, I swear, it's like, I don't want to have the, every single shot, it's enough. I get it. It's like, you want to promote something. What are we doing here? What, you can try to sell more of our tickets later in the year? You can now instead of being $2,000, now they're $5,000, and parents have to go mortgage their house now to put their kids to the concerts instead of put their kids to college.
Right.
Whatever. It makes me sick. Anyway, let me stop so I get my Shawnee soapbox.
Soapbox, Shawnee. All right, so
like Bob said, first to worst and worst to first year in every league. It's true. It's true. Bengals were a great team, then they fell from grace the first couple of weeks, and then
I'm not too worried.
The Rams were something, and now they're not, and but it's only the really true teams that are really holding test right now. The only three true teams, in my opinion, that are you can say that I would say, let's see here, 4. Okay, there's 4 in my opinion that I would say that are solid teams. Don't have to really worry about them. Pretty sure they're all going to make the playoffs. And that's my team, Miami Dolphins, San Francisco 49ers, and the Detroit Lions.
For the NFC.
I think that once you get Montgomery back, once you get Montgomery back, you'll see the points on your board start getting a lot larger as far as game totals go going forward. I can guarantee you that. That guy's something special.
He's a bull, man.
He is.
He can run the ball.
And a rib injury would stop anybody, because rib injury is when you breathe, it hurts. When you go to look at your shoulder,
100%. 100%.
When you go to reach for a cup in the cupboard, it's like well, it's me.
Yeah, so there it is. Jimmy G, good to go for Raiders versus Lions on Monday Night Football.
GTG, good to go. Yeah.
Yeah, good to go. Well, I'm going, let's see, we have a pheasant hunt scheduled tomorrow, so you can look for me on the Outdoor Conquest YouTube channel. That's my brother, and he'll be recording a lot of that hunt tomorrow. I'm going with my dad, and I'm taking my 7-year-old son with me,
Word.
A couple brothers are going, and we're gonna go shoot some pheasants. We're gonna try to go shoot some pheasants.
You're gonna use bismuth.
Bismuth.
Yeah.
What's bismuth?
Bismuth rounds.
Federal number 5s out of a 12 gauge.
Gotcha. Apparently, I found out that bismuth rounds are like freaking stupid expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all expensive. I think I paid $25 for, what is it, 20 rounds or some shit.
It's $25 bucks.
Yeah, so 25. So it was probably $26.99 is what I paid, something like that.
You said
Not
number
terrible.
5s.
Yeah, number 5s.
What's your dram? 2 3/4. What's
your
dram?
Yeah,
what's your
2
dram?
2 3/4.
I thought so. Yeah.
2 3/4.
Okay.
I can shoot.
Right.
I can shoot 3-inch. It's just they tend. I can't put 5 in the gun when they're 3-inch, and they tend to jam up when they. If they're not Remington rounds, they tend to jam up more than anything else, right?
Is
I could not.
Or
yes,
pump?
Yes, semi-auto 1187.
You know why? You know why?
What?
Because you don't have enough dram. You need to have the feet per second be higher. Anything under 1200, you're gonna jam. You gotta
jam
go
them up.
13. Swear to you, you need to go like 13. You need to be at like. Not kidding. You need to be like.
Well, and any round out of that gun's got to be high brass too, because if it's not, brass, it'll jam up.
You need 1300 feet per second or more, and then you won't have any more jam.
I don't have the box by me, but the 2 3/4, no problem. Anything 2 3/4, unless it's low brass, it'll jam up on me.
Yeah, because it's not getting the kickback enough to send the next round in the chamber, because when it's not getting.
What's up, Steve Woods?
It's not the recoil is not enough back enough to like send that round back enough to catch it and put it through like it's gonna,
I've never been a pump action. I've won a lot of pump action guns from like gun raffles and stuff like that, and I've always I've always taken them in and sold them back to the dealer and bought something else with whatever money they gave me.
Makes sense.
Do you guys think Dalvin Cook could end in the Ravens? Do you think Dalvin Cook could end in the Ravens? End up
in the Ravens?
End up in the Ravens?
End up in the Ravens. That's a tough question. Hey, Steve Woods, first of all, how you doing? And then George Player 1. Dalvin Cook in the Ravens.
I haven't heard much on it, and there's no.
It's tough. I don't know. I guess it all depends on what what's his face? Oh God, why am I drawing a blank? Guy just ripped his shit out again the second year in a row. Not Dobbins. Who was it? J.K. Dobbins? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
It depends if he even wants to come back. It's like it just seems like fate has other plans for him, besides playing football for the Ravens, because every time he's trying to play for him, he rips his shit apart.
Yeah.
It might happen. They are a run-heavy team. I think Dalvin Cook is unfortunately he's coming on the. How should I?
Isn't he from Minnesota?
He was there, and now he's playing with the Jets.
Jets. Yeah.
And
Jets.
The Jets kind of found their, if you will, running back with Breece Hall, the rookie guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, clearly a running back is a young man's game. You can't be, 30-something, 40-something, then a running back taking hits like that in the NFL. Your body's going to wear down, and it shows. Dalvin Cook was at one time one of the best running backs.
Well, how long did Adrian Peterson go for? And I mean, he was still running the ball, but not like he did.
Went, I think, he went to like 42 or something, didn't he? I think it was.
Yeah. And towards the end, but when he was running the ball, man, he was running the ball.
He was.
But you could tell he aged. And that was. But he still had it in him to get out there and play professional football.
And it's tough to kind of see where Dalvin Cook's at right now, because, like I said, he came from an explosive team when he was positioned with Minnesota, and then now he's playing with the Jets. The Jets are more known for their defense and their offense. They're choosing Breece Hall. They're not really giving Cook as many chances to ball as they should.
Pretty much, Steve.
Line's not really great. So, I mean, if he went somewhere else, it would be probably his hate to say this again, I hate to ever cast anybody in a certain way if it ever happens, but like, you know, if he went somewhere else and he didn't really like perform as he wanted him to, I doubt anybody else would want to like ring him up and be like, hey, you want to come play for us? They'd be like, bro, you just, you know,
Maybe maybe Vegas. Maybe
yeah, Vegas.
Vegas.
Vegas might call him up and be like, look, we'll know if Josh Jacobs has decided we need somebody to kind of fill
Right,
his role.
Janine?
Josh Jacobs
Be a deer slayer.
is running one of the lowest running yards per game. I think he's at 2.9 yards per rush right now. It's one of his lowest in his careers. So they maybe look for somebody else. But as far as the Ravens go, I mean, you never know. I mean, you know, Tennessee just told Derrick Henry over the weekend that like, hey man, we're not going to trade you.
Yeah.
But you know, but the deadline's still there. We're not in November yet. There's still time. I mean, there's sometimes they'll say something to somebody, and the next thing you know, it's a great opportunity will open up, and next thing you know,
yeah, I just seen
like
that, Randy.
10 in the morning, you're getting breaking news. This team made some outlandish trade, and it's like they just did what?
7-1. Yeah,
So,
no, really, and it's
anything
gonna
can
happen. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles pull another trade out their ass this year and be like, yeah, we'll take him and we'll give you this guy. And you're like, wait, you just did what? You just gave Gainwell for who? You know, like that, you know, that you just,
Laporta. No, stay
yeah,
away from him. Just stay
that's
away
my
from
guy.
him.
Yeah,
Stay
no, you
away from him.
don't touch Laporta, potty.
Don't touch
Hands
him.
off
Dude,
Laporta.
did you see
That's my
Hawkinson
guy.
tearing it up for Minnesota last week too?
Oh yeah,
TJ?
dude. It was tight end. It was apparently tight end appreciation month or whatever it was that
No
they were
doubt.
thinking that I didn't take advantage of and should have put a bunch of like tight end touchdowns together and used the tight end boost that I got.
Their coach played a fast
those
one too.
guys.
Their coach played a fast one to get an injury rest kind of timeout. With Minnesota,
he
told them to get back down, get down, get down. Yelled it at them 3 or 4 different times.
They so Jedi mind tricked the whole everybody.
For sure.
They fell for that. But it worked, you know. I mean, they can deflate balls, and I guess they can fake injuries too, right? You know.
Oh, my calf!
My butt cheeks, it hurt.
It worked.
A groin injury.
So yeah, Steve Woods is talking about a cannon up above and a 10 gauge. Fun fact is my oldest brother still hunts with a 10 gauge for deer.
Wow.
And he uses 3-inch slugs, 3.5-inch slugs, and 3-inch or 3.5-inch buckshot. That round has
he's using triple O. He's using like crazy triple O shit or something.
That round has 8 BBs in it. So the round's 3.5 inches long, and it's got 8 pellets in that thing. And when he's
buckshot,
when he's at 75 yards on a paper plate, that paper plate is loaded with BBs.
Shredded.
Done.
Shredded.
Just done.
It's probably flying out of there probably at 1,400 feet per second too.
That gun is so heavy.
It's
not. I mean, it's a goose gun, right? So
yeah,
you load that thing up with that much lead. It's not
back there.
Oh, for sure.
You're gonna need a little massage therapy. Love you a long time. I mean, love you a long time on your shoulder when you next day because you're gonna be like shoulder. It hurts.
You remember the company H&R?
It sounds familiar.
So they're an old gun company. I think they sold out now. They stopped making them. I have a 20 gauge, but I won a 12 gauge. They're known for single shots, right? Well, they make these oversized bull barrels to take the shock of the single shot. Well, I won a 12 gauge that didn't have that bull barrel on it. It was from like a Whitetails Unlimited banquet. You know, you buy a ticket and you're entered into all these different guys. So I
put it in. Yeah.
Dude, I put a slug in that gun and it about blew my shoulder off. I took it directly back to a dealer and said, this thing, you can't own this. Like nobody should own this gun. Nobody should own this gun. It's just a wooden stock with a little pad on it, a cock open barrel, slam a slug in it, close it, and that's what you got.
Probably why they wrap it off. They're like, we have no way of selling this gun, so we'll just make the gun profits in the gun cost, and just like if it's like an 800-hour gun, we're like, all right, 32 tickets at $25 a piece, and then whoever gets the raffle will get this gun. Sign here.
Nice, Steve.
And it's like, hey, we got the money for the gun, and this guy thinks he's got a
Dude,
deal.
one shop I took it to didn't even want to buy it. They said,
No.
I'm not gonna be able to sell this gun.
Yeah, and then they know better because that's exactly why they raffled it off and they got their money for it, because that's something like that is like the average person is like to have some kind of not necessarily comfort while you're doing it, because you know whatever, but
yeah,
it unless you're like the mountain man, 300 pounds plus, and able to have like you take that, the average person's not going to be able to take that. That's it's going to put you on your ass, especially in the event of like, you know, how should I say, needed necessary out of the survival of life. That's you know, situation been thrust upon you out of middle of nowhere. Like that's not tactical. That's not. You're not gonna.
no,
You're not gonna make it out of
that's Clint Eastwood type shit, riding on a horse.
Yeah, that's like you're messing around YouTube video. Like let's watch me blow up this like this pumpkin on
Here, honey,
Halloween
shoot
from like
this.
400 feet
Shoot
away.
this.
Yeah. Hey, shoot this, honey, with one hand. Oh yeah, I'll do this. And next, you know, you're filling out divorce papers and stuff because you
she's
know,
missing
yeah,
teeth because she's
basically.
missing teeth. So, anyways, the 20 gauge I have is a really nice shooting gun. It's got a little bowl barrel on it, and it shoots so straight and true. For 200 yards, it's just flat. And then she starts dipping down.
Steve Wood says that Kansas beat Oklahoma
Yeah.
today, first time in 26 years. Lawrence is floating in beer and piss.
Right.
Well, hopefully more the beer than the piss. Hopefully he's not floating. I wouldn't want to be floating in piss, but you know.
We got bottom of the 8th, Arizona leading. Hey, Paulybuck nuts. Send me some pheasant tail feathers. Send you some pheasant tail feathers. Janine, you're going to have to do this. You're either going to have to email me or DM me on Instagram and send me your address, and I will send you some pheasant feathers. No problem whatsoever. We're going to have a pile of them. Do you want any gizzards? I'll send you some gizzards.
Uh-oh.
You ever have pheasant gizzard? You ever have pheasant gizzard?
No, that doesn't seem appetizing to me.
Dude, it's delicious. It's delicious. Yeah. It's delicious.
I'll let you guys, let your hunter guys be all about that and eating deer hearts and you have a piece. Nah, that's
dude. It's getting so much closer. It's getting closer. November the 15th around the corner, man.
Yeah,
November the 15th.
Go ahead.
I've got a crossbow. I just don't go. It's got to be a north wind for me to hunt the stand I have. And once the wind starts blowing out of the north, it's cold. It's going to be cold, and
it's cold in Michigan in winter time.
Yeah, well, the bottom fell out of it tonight. It's going to be about 36 degrees tonight, high in the 40s, mid 40s all next week. Yeah, dude. I think like the UP's got snow already. How many?
It was 82 degrees today.
We had that 2 days ago. 75. We had that 2 days ago. Cold front come in, and it's going to be cold. We need it. We need dry weather, whether it's cold or warm. We need dry weather. It's been raining every day for about 7 to 10 days straight. We had one or two nice days, and then come 6 o'clock, more rain comes in. Gizzard wrapped in bacon. You're damn right. See, Steve Woods knows. Steve Woods knows. He knows. He knows.
House and bacon with some side of bacon.
We'll go. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna load up on the gizzards. I love a pheasant gizzard. It's so good. So good. Essentially, it's just the stomach, but not.
I remember one time a couple years ago at my parents' cigar shop, they were having like a party, whatever, and somebody brought
bucket brains. Go to your damn Halloween party, would you already?
Look who it is!
Someone say
Mr.
bacon.
Warrior, come out and play.
It's the warrior. It's the warrior. It's
warrior. He's the warrior. What's up, buddy? I saw you got so happy packing up. There's like 800 things that you had to go send off in your auctions. What happens when you have an auction? You got to go pack up like all your orders.
Yeah, I told them to write.
It's the process of love. It has to happen.
I told them to write use sex toys on the boxes.
15 minutes of show. It's like, ugh, it's a labor of love.
Yeah, right.
Done. He's done. Yeah, it must feel good to pull the packages away, be done, enjoy your weekend. You know, all the tape and stuff. Well, you gotta get the kids involved. Like, here, kid. Take this envelope and
he had 2 White Claws and had to come home. Had to call an Uber to give him a ride home.
White Claws. Oh my God.
You know, he drinks White Claws.
We had an IP. He loves his IPAs apparently.
He does.
I'm not an alcohol guy anymore. I guess I know you're not either. I guess because we both had previous lives of I was called debauchery, and we had to get rid of those lives. They had to go, anyway.
The man's on a mission. He's going to record tonight yet. Neighbor's house, 4 houses down. Oh, he walked. He walked home.
Send him with the trick or treat and tell him to go, like, make sure you don't find any razor blades in your Hershey bar, and don't get in any strange vans with guys with, like, with hats on.
Hey, do you think he passes out? Do you think he passes out his stickers or those little cards and stuff with the candies? That's how, like, the 31st after that, you see his subscribers rise right up because he's been putting that shit in kids' baggies.
Every kid comes to his door, gets a sticker and gets a candy bar, and he tells every single kid, you subscribe to my channel, you tell your parents to subscribe to our channel, but you're not getting candy next year.
Listen, I've got the big bars here. I've got the big candy bars, but first you're gonna have to do this.
First, you have to do this. You have to subscribe first. You got to pull your phone out right then and there. I don't care. You're not getting this Kit Kat bar. 2 Twix bar, 2 for me, none for you. Sorry, until you subscribe to the channel. I see it. Notification of Johnny Rockets here with Junior, whatever it was. Subscribe to my channel. I don't want to hear about it and stuff. But then the next day, the neighborhood's all complaining that there's like 400, Empire Precious Metal stickers laying all the damn sidewalks.
Not a bad idea.
The kids are just like, whatever, and throwing shit on the damn streets and stuff. So, in my opinion, it's a waste of money. You should just save the money and stuff.
Hey, give them the coin with meat on it, and they're gonna say, "What in the hell is this?
Coin.
What is this,
Mom? What
we
is
ain't
this?
coming back here."
This guy's kind of weird.
He's gonna get up in the morning with a bunch of his coins laying out in the driveway. They just kind of flip the. Don't go here. Don't go to this guy's house.
She go take the stormtrooper outfit and turn it to the zombie trooper from the Ahsoka episode.
Yeah, there you go. Big Kira. If you want candy, scan the code on the door. It takes you right to his YouTube subscribe page.
A little QR code on each candy bar. Oh, that's what he does. Instead of a candy, takes a sticker, plus a sticker on the wrapper, to where they have to scan the bar before them to actually rip the candy bar open. So that's what happens. Yeah, I figured it out. Yep, that's what's gonna happen.
I gotta get.
He'll have 300 subscribers in 2 hours after it's all said and done by 9 p.m.
Like shirts have logos and stuff on them, right? Like this one's got the lions on it. He's got DOA making them QR shirts. Like the back is one big code, like collared shirts, for school. He seems like a sweater. He seems like a sweater vest kind of guy too. So where the pocket is, it's another little code there.
And each code's a different discount. Like the breast pocket's like 20% off merch. The scanner on the back's like a free spin on the spin wheel, but then of course you're gonna lose. It's gonna happen. So rigged. But anyway.
Oh shit.
We love having fun. Good stuff.
Thanks for showing up, buddy. That was a good one,
man.
My cheeks hurt. I'm too fat to wear sweaters.
Well, they'll start running again, dumbass. So what are you doing? You should be out there like running with the bucket hat on, so no one knows who you are. You won't get mugged. You won't know who you are. Just run with the bucket on. Just go. Just get out and go. You got it, man.
Just out there running. Just out there running.
Or stop going by the Dunkin' Donuts every morning, getting the coffee and donuts. That's adding like 700 calories to your internal.
Who won the jackpot?
Morning, and then you're just
on your second Halloween auction.
Fred
who won?
Weed.
Say their name.
Mr. Fred Toki Toke got that joint apparently. I came late to the stream too. I was kind of like, you're joking. If I came there, I might have had a 2.5% chance of winning it. But it happens. Good for him. I did win the jackpot.
Fred
though,
Weed,
but it was a nice little like last little birthday present to myself. Win the little 10th ounce gold coin from the little Stormo McMaster there. That would have been awesome.
I'm holding back, waiting for the commander.
For him. Hope he didn't go buy weed with it. Hopefully he puts it away for a rainy day.
He texts Stormy, save the medals, just send me cash, half the price. I gotta buy you the bag.
Yeah, I got to buy that bag, son. $20, little man. Put that crap in my hand.
Oh shoot!
10th gold and a silver round. Hey, now that's not bad.
He must have cashed in. He must have cashed in all the silver that was there and traded out for gold, eh? Hey.
That, or you made a bunch of sports bets with it, and hopefully he'll win some. Someone's got to make the parlays. Someone's got to do it, bro. I hope it hit. We're going. I'm telling you. You think I'm joking? We're going to the coin show. We're going. Everybody in that damn chat.
I don't think anybody's joking when they tell me things like that.
Man of my word.
I just show up.
Yeah,
I just show up. You say it, I show up.
And tell the kids and tell the power company, like, look, I got to go for 3 days. Some guy named SPB has Liam Nielsen and Denzel Washington have me a captive, and I just got to go along with the
plan. Thanks for stopping by. Random TikToks.
Yeah.
You know, you could be a random TikTok.
Thanks,
if you
buddy.
went for jogs with your helmet on. You could be the guy people are recording. So just think about it.
Multiple times. No one listens to me. It's all right. I got all the ideas until everyone realizes they're genius, and then it's fine. I'm willing to give. Bro, listen to me. I've told you multiple times. You need to be filming yourself, like going to drive-throughs with like your kid, just like a GoPro or something in the passenger seat, filming you with a bucket, like drive-throughs, just going to your stores, going for a run, like just compile some video of like a minute, just like nothing to do with coins. You'll be surprised how like just stormtrooper goes for run or whatever. It's not going to get you blocked by evil Disney Corporation. Just do little fun things with the bucket on. You'll be surprised how many views we'll get from people even outside the stacking community. You'll bring them in and be like
views for days,
bringing them in.
Night, buddy.
Yeah, so anyway, that's my idea. Take care, buddy. Get some rest. You pack a bunch of things. Have a good weekend. Make sure you clean all the makeup off your face and stuff. Otherwise, Monday morning, the kids won't take you seriously.
I'll send in some feathers as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everyone
gets might feathers. As well. Might as well.
Yeah, everyone gets some feathers.
Well, dude, that was fun. We got our picks made.
Picks are in.
Games start at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yep.
I have to be in the field at 9 a.m. And Janine, don't forget, message me, send me an email, whatever you want to do.
Don't forget to Pauly, message him through.
Add those digits. Add those digits.
So you can get some feathers sent to you. Yeah. Going my day job.
She probably wants to make flies or some shit.
There we go. Make a nice little bouquet or a little headset dress or a little necklace. She makes a lot of cool stuff, man. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure
that's the booklet being zipped up, set to the side, all saved, ready to go for next week. I don't know. I didn't mind the time. It was a little bit later.
It worked out for me. Yeah, it gives a chance for everybody to kind of like, most people are, let's just keep it real. Most people our ages or whatever, Saturday night are kind of just hanging out the house anyway. They're not going to the clubs. Doom to the doom, 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 doom to the doom. I ain't done that in quite a while. They're not raving the life away. They're not out there. Some people are out in the bars, but for the most part, stackers and people that we actually give a shit about watching our stuff or whatever to have fun in the chat is, hanging out the house, watching Netflix or chill or on their damn tablets or phones and just doing this until they get to sleep. And so yeah, it gives people a chance to kind of watch my dumb ass and you and just talk about some football and maybe a piece of information or fantasy football might make a decision for somebody. And
well, I got those names written down and I'm going to look into that before I go to bed.
Maybe a little sports bet tip might give them a little
and I'm going to get a parlay or 6 going.
If they're one of in the legal states or I won't suggest using a VPN, if you will. Wink, wink. If you're not in one of those states,
no, you're gonna. Yeah.
Don't get caught. You'll get fucked up. Anyway, yeah, it's good. I don't mind. We'll try it again. Again, let's say you had to work. It's life happens, man. We always make it happen when we can.
Oh yeah.
Always appreciate people that do show up that do, and those people that do show up are usually like the people we love the most. We like to have more people, obviously, eventually, but we
tearing down goalposts in Kansas City tonight.
Goalposts in Kansas City.
All right, dude. Well, let's end it there, and we will see everybody next week right here.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah, thank
Paul,
y'all.
you're a dude.
All right, later on, brother.
Yay.